last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine.
The people on that train, they don't understand the situation. I think that we could come to a mutual agreement without having to threaten violence.
Hello. I was just trying to help.
We're here to welcome you all to the town so we can all work together.
If you join us, we will be able to take back the city.
You can see the head of steam approaching. Unlike the other trains, it doesn't slow down. In fact, the engine accelerates in its vigor. And that's when the bullets start. All right, let's start with the people closest to the train tracks under the balloon arch.
So what do I see from my perspective?
So from your perspective, to bring you back up to speed, and we can start with this, you are able to see Mr. Mahwini as if he is standing right next to you, and he is talking to Shar, who is a blur of motion, and you can hear vaguely the sound of thunder, a storm of gunfire.
Since I know that I don't exactly work with the regular timeline, I would like to go to the train track, and I'd like to mess with the rails. I want to break the rails or take some rails off the track.
Okay, how do you want to try and accomplish this?
I reach into my big medical bag and pull out a crowbar that's very long.
Roll resources?
Yeah!
Look, Nathan, it doesn't really matter how long your crowbar is.
Yeah, what matters is what you do with it.
I mean, when it comes to crowbars, leverage is actually pretty important.
Yeah, my roll was a +2, but resources are +2, so that is a total of +4. Great.
So this is something that, for whatever reason, you've planned for, because the stabilizers in the bottom of the bag, the ones that keep it, flat and wide like it's supposed to be,
yeah.
At some point, you took one of these out and replaced it with a crowbar.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Okay, so I go to one of the ends of one of the lengths of track and I try and push up on it.
Okay.
I wedge the crowbar under and I'll step on it or jump on it.
I need you to roll me will.
Okay, come on.
Come on, Will.
If you have fate points, Nathan,
I think I have 1.
this might be a time.
Buy me a new train. It's a -1.
Oh my god.
So, that becomes a +3 to good.
Okay.
And you know what? Can I ask what would happen if I spent a fate point to make it a +5?
Right now, I'm looking at you will be able to move the train tracks. Definitely a higher roll would be better here.
Okay, I'm going to spend my only fate point.
Okay, what are you invoking with your fate point?
Oh, yeah. I'm invoking, Time Lawyer, obviously.
Nice. Try and making it happen at the right time. Very good.
All right. What time are you aiming for this to have happened?
I mean, if I can choose, it would be right after the last immigrant train came through.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That's what you're aiming for.
That's what I want, yeah.
Oh god, what if it happens right before and we kill all these immigrants?
Oh, well, they're not real people.
What?
They're real to somebody, Sarah. They're real to somebody.
They're NPCs. Is that what she's going for?
Yes, they're NPCs.
I hope that's what she's going for.
So what happens with my crowbar? I don't know how you resolve this.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure that out. Reasonably, a normal person could not pry up a rail tie on their own. But
someone with sensitive nostrils, on the other hand.
Oh, shoulders.
And a thick neck. Doesn't he have a thick neck?
Stout neck?
so, Van Helsing, I am going to give you a few options, and you can tell me exactly what you want here out of these options.
Okay, great.
You totally tear up this rail tie roughly in the time that you're trying to do it. You will actually disrail a train that goes over it. Or you move the rail tie enough that you will have a two-use aspect put on the scene of a shaken train that can be used by anyone to get a bonus against actions happening on the train.
Okay, how about this? As I'm doing this, I get on the comms and I say, "Get everyone away from the tracks."
Which
And
appears
I'm
in our
gonna go for
comms 3 days
option-
later.
I'm going to go in option A. Option A. That's my final answer.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me will for using your comms.
That's a 5. I have
Okay.
goodwill. I am the time lawyer.
And now I just need one more thing from you.
Okay.
A fate roll.
Ooh, a fate roll. So it's a +1 fate roll.
All right. So here is what happens. You do manage to pull off the tie in a superhuman effort, roughly an hour after the original train departed. And by the original train, I mean train B, to be clear.
Nice.
To be clear.
About 10 minutes before the train comes, your comm warning comes through.
Okay, not bad.
Get everyone away from the tracks.
I'm there, but I can help direct traffic.
So, Char, you are getting this while you are waiting for Mahwini to show up.
Okay.
And so the talk with Mahwini never happens
Okay.
if you choose to leave.
I do choose to leave. I choose to try and evacuate everyone as far away from the train as possible.
Okay. So, Char, you are working on trying to pull everybody away.
Yeah, so like I'm further away from the train. So I'm assuming that I'm like either in the camp or like right next to the camp. So I'm trying to like evacuate everyone as far away from the train as possible inside the camp and like relying on Effie and Ralph to get everyone as far away from the train as possible that are like immediately next to it.
Sounds good. Effie and Ralph, what is your action here?
Follow orders from Van Helsing.
Gee, we need to get everyone away from the train.
That's
Okay,
right,
are
small
any
one.
of you going to do anything other than yell and shout to make a rapport roll to attempt to pull people away?
Get away from the tracks now!
And this camp is now around 8,500 people
Yeah.
plus more.
I think that Shar, in addition to like shouting, I think that Shar would be trying to find like the various designated leaders. So like the leaders of the miners, trying to help coordinate, mass effort of lots of leaders pushing everyone away from the train. So Shar's message would just be, the train's going to be derailed. We need to evacuate everyone as far away from the train as possible.
Okay. You catch up with Frank Keeney during these efforts, and we're going to play this out just a little bit. What the Sam Hill? Derail the train? I thought we decided we were not derailing the train.
Yes, well, Van Helsing actually took some action on his own without consulting anyone, and he deemed this to be the best action possible.
I am a time lawyer.
I hear like a buzzing in my ear, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, so it was not something that we planned for, but we need to have your utmost cooperation.
You and your kin, Miss Shaw, are getting increasingly irregular and unreliable, and I do not appreciate this sort of action. But he does start moving off and getting people away.
I really appreciate that feedback, and I will take it to heart. I really want to show you how reliable and how favorable we can be for you. All right, bye.
All right.
He 100% had walked away from
Bye.
you before you finished that. All right. Effie, were you trying to physically move things? What is your dealio here?
Can I use my will
It depends. Tell me how you want to use your will.
to convince people to run away?
That's not what will is for.
What if I provoke them to run away?
You could provoke them to run away, yes.
Is that using my gun?
I mean, provoke is using some sort of intimidation, threatening, or meanness. Doesn't have to be with a gun, but that would be convenient.
What if I use my tech to make my voice really loud?
Sure.
Tech
That's
roll, yeah,
fine.
I got a 4.
Amazing.
Okay. You make your voice really loud. Everybody can hear you. Ralph?
Yeah, I'm using rapport to get everyone away, yelling at people to move away from the train.
Okay.
I'm being nicer.
You're also 10. You're not very threatening.
I'm not very threatening.
No one's like, oh shit, a 10-year-old boy with flowers.
And what is your role?
Let's see here. I actually got a 4.
Okay, Charmander.
I got a 5.
Okay, just have to go and one up everyone. I see how it is.
I mean, rapport is my highest skill, so if I didn't, I'd be a little bit sad.
You were all very effective in the shouting and the meeting with leaders and getting them to move, and the being Ralph and being an adorable little boy getting people to move.
Yes, I'm adorable.
And so when the train comes, bullets flying, everybody should be far enough away to not have to make any rolls, which is exciting as the train comes off the tracks.
And kills everyone anyways.
Oh.
But it deploys tank treads, and now we have to find a tank train.
Oh my gosh.
Tank train deployed.
All right, good night, everybody. I'm out of here.
So here's the good news from the tank. Excuse me, tank. Here's the good news from the train direction. The conductor, engineer, person wearing like striped overalls and whatever else these people wear, very effective at keeping this train fairly under control as it derails. So the first few cars actually managed to stay upright, which is possible but difficult. However, as the train fishtails down the line, the rear cars start to flip over and slide, and a number of tents and the cabin with the imprisoned guard and the hospital tent totally trashed.
It's okay,
wait.
everyone was evacuated.
Wait. No, except the prisoner was, what was his name
Oh
again?
yeah, I'm sure
Teddy?
the prisoner was not.
Timmy.
Poor Teddy.
Timmy.
Timmy's going now. Mourn for Timmy later.
So how many guns are in the first couple cars that didn't tip over?
Oh, well, that is the armored part of the train,
Oh, good.
which is now just kind of a fortress hanging out nearby.
Yes, sounds like it's time to roll combat initiative.
Everybody should get ready to act in order.
Not me.
Other than you. Don't worry, I'll give you something to do here in a minute. Highest notice is still Ralph, I assume?
Yes.
maybe.
It's Ralph, and then I have 2.
All right. Okay, so Ralph, let me give you some context before you choose your actions here.
Ralph likes context.
The main body of the armored bit of the train that is still standing has pulled away from the camp. So it
Okay.
is not in danger of shooting anybody that doesn't approach it. That's the good news. The bad news is there are tipped cars all over the place, some very near you, and there are some shouts, some screams coming from these tipped train cars.
Oh no, I'm injured.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, Ralph is gonna run to the screaming, and as Ralph is running, Ralph is gonna hold aloft his trusty bat and turn into Sir Tiffany.
All right, give me the Sir Tiffany. Give me the
Okay.
give me the
Ralph.
pizzazz.
So as Ralph is running towards the screaming in the tipped cars, he holds aloft his bat and yells, "By the might of Sir Tiffany's sword!"
Yeah!
Yay!
Woo! Character growth.
Yes.
All right, and give me a straight up fate roll.
How am I gonna get shot at? It's a 1.
A 1. All right, you get to one of the train cars. Describe to me this train car. There's passenger trains, there's box cars, there's the caboose. Describe to me which car you approach.
Well, screaming is most likely coming from passenger train cars.
Okay.
So I will be going to that one.
Okay. So you get to the passenger cars and you just dive into the closest one, which is the furthest back.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just normal passengers in here. There is several women with cuts from glass.
Oh.
There's a few children who are holding arms or legs that look like maybe they've been broken.
Oh no! Okay, yeah.
Don't really
this is-
worry, Dan. It's just a game.
There is a lot of chaos in here, but
Okay.
nobody shoots at you. You had a one zone movement to get up here, so you still have an action to take.
Okay, I'm going to put my best foot forward, and I'm going to try and calm them down by telling them, "Citizens, do not worry. We are here to help. Let us get you out of this car and away from danger."
Okay, roll me whatever you roll for best foot forward.
Oh, that is an excellent roll. That is a 6. Wow, that's
Nice.
surprising.
So you are shockingly able to quiet the car. And then one of the boys looks up at you with shining eyes. And he says, I knew the knights would come. Just like I told you, Mom. And he waves a lead figure in the air.
Oh my god.
That is a painted knight.
Warms my
And
heart, yes.
you have an aspect of relied on by the people that can be invoked here in this car.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, Shar.
Okay, so there's the front armored part. There's box cars.
Yes.
Okay. Shar wants to try and sneak towards the box cars without being spotted by anyone in the armored part.
Doing me some stealth rolls, please.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I didn't go to them. I suck at stealth.
I got a +2. I have a +1 with stealth, so I have a +3.
Okay. In the chaos, you are able to do the normal being stealthy in a chaotic situation thing, which is just walking like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're able to approach one of the downed box cars, and listening inside, you hear no movement. It's going to take a little bit of work to climb up on the side. You can climb up on the side and open it, and that's going to end your turn.
Yep, I would like to do that.
Okay, climb up on the side, and with some difficulty, you're able to move back the door, which does not have a lock on it. And inside, you see munitions, rifles, and a small supply of explosives. And just roll me notice.
I rolled a 0, so that's just a straight 2.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. Shar goes on comms and she goes, hey guys, there's a bunch of explosives and guns in this boxcar. So, I don't know, if we need to, do anything with that, good to know.
We should get it out of the hands of the enemy.
Hey, do I hear that?
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Roll me some fate.
Oh, that's a -2.
You do hear that. Up at the front in the armored train, a whole stream of people in blue coats run out and kneel down in a defensive firing position, using the train for cover the best they can.
Okay, I thought they were kneeling down worshiping Effie.
Speaking of Effie, it's your turn.
I will enter the train somewhere no one else entered the train.
Okay, by that, do you want to go to one of the unexamined passenger cars, an unexamined boxcar, or the caboose? Or do you want to go up front?
Caboose.
Caboose. All right.
Goose caboose.
How are you approaching the caboose?
On foot.
Okay. You approach on foot. And roll me notice, please.
0.
Okay. As you're approaching the caboose, you stumble on something squishy. And when you look down, you have just put your rocket bootleg through
I wouldn't feel it then, would I? Do I have feeling in my leg, my android limbs?
I'm sure that you could tell that you walked in something squishy.
Because it's squish.
It kind of mutes the impact. It's like, oh, I was expecting this step to be solid, but instead you sort of skid because you put your foot right inside the mangled body of a guard in blue.
Nice.
Oh good, I was gonna kill him anyway.
And as you continue towards the train, you see several guards tumbling out of the caboose and looking rather dazed. You have the drop on them.
Run for your lives, look what I did to this man.
Okay, roll provoke.
4.
You have managed to help them identify you as a threat. And from that, we are going to go to the guard's turn. Effie, athletics to dodge, please.
Okay. 5.
Okay. The men are shaken as they level rifles, and they are not able to draw a clean bead on you. Their shots go wide. The miners, under the command of Frank Keeney, surge forward and start trying to take positions near the armored part of the train. The machine guns throw off a number of warning shots, but nothing of consequence has happened at this place. The passengers on board, specifically those that Ralph has been able to rouse, are able to start clambering out the train through the smashed door in an orderly fashion. The other cars remain chaotic. And now, Van Helsing, it's your turn.
Yay, okay. So, I did hear about the explosives?
Yes, what you heard are explosives. You
Okay,
specifically heard there are explosives.
With that in mind, what I wanted to do was make a Molotov cocktail out of the whiskey that is very much a part of my character at this point, and throw it into the upright part of the train with the gun people.
Okay, roll me will.
That's +1 again. 5.
Okay, you pull a Molotov cocktail, and I just need you to roll me shoot now.
Oh, good. I have a +2 to shoot. It's better than the first season.
Here's the thing. Nathan,
Oh, my best roll +3, so that's a 5.
wow, that is probably the best shoot roll you
It's
have
the best shoot
ever
roll I've ever
rolled.
done. I'm hot this episode.
You always
Being
get
out of our
negatives.
time frame has really done good for Van Helsing.
I know.
So, Van Helsing, the train is starting to solidify for you. The longer it stays here, the easier it's going to be for you to see.
Mm-hmm.
And you are able to take a shot at where you think you are going to hit the guards in the train. And what everyone else sees is a fire start spreading out around the defensive position that the guards have taken up. And
Nice.
it's going to start driving them back.
Nice. Everybody loves fire. Nothing bad ever happened with fire.
Definitely not.
Hello, fire.
All right,
Look,
Ralph.
you say what you want, but at least I'm involved this episode.
How many people are out of this car?
So this car held about 50 people, and they are making their way out in an orderly manner. There are still a number of people who are injured that have not gotten
I'm helping
out.
them out.
Okay, I'm not going to require any roll from you on this. You
Okay.
can spend your turn just getting the injured out of this car.
Yes.
Sure.
Char is going to pocket as many of the explosives as she can. And strap a gun to her back.
Okay.
Why does this feel
And
like something Chaos did in one of our
Then I
early
want to go to
episodes?
another compartment. I don't know if I can do that all in the same turn. You tell me.
So I want you to roll me stealth.
Oh no, is someone here? Rolled a +2, so that's a +3.
Okay, that sounds good.
I've had a lot of positive rolls in a roll, and I'm really waiting for this
Oh, yeah.
Matita GitHub roller to give me a -4 on my next one.
So you start pulling out these explosives, which it's dynamite.
'Cause
And you are you're very light-fingered with them, which is very good because this is disturbed dynamite, which is often not healthy to be around.
Why is that in a train?
I don't think they expected the train to derail, Nathan.
A Shar? We don't
Wait.
get a second chance here. McQuinney's not snapping his fingers for us.
So anyway, that worked out fine.
Okay.
And now you are strapped over with dynamite and a gun. What kind of gun did you get?
What kind of guns are there? Can I just tell you what I want?
Rifle, shotgun, pistol. I am not a gun person. I do not know more than this.
Job. Char wants a pistol.
Cool, you got a pistol. Congratulations.
Awesome.
And then you're going to head to the next train car.
Yeah, the next boxcar.
Okay, you head to the next box car. This one's locked.
I want to first unload the bullets from the gun.
Okay,
Second, hit the lock with the butt of the gun.
roll physique.
As hard as I can, which is probably not very hard. Oh, well, there's my -2, so that's a -1 total.
Yep, man, you just slam on that lock with all your strength and nothing happens.
that figures. I put the bullets back in the gun.
All right, you can do that between turns.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just, when you said, like, oh no, the door's locked, the only thing that came into my mind was that scene from the Hitchhiker's Guide movie.
Effie,
See,
you're being engaged by the guards. What do you want to do about it?
blow them up.
Cool, how do you want to do that?
I don't know, you just asked me what I wanted to do. How many of them are there?
There are currently 3 that have gotten out of the train.
How many are there?
Can I throw their friend's dead corpse at them?
Oh god.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can. Are you having a hard time with this?
I'll turn my cyborg arm into a lacrosse stick and scoop up their dead friend's skull and launch it at them. and other various pieces of them so that you can get a good splattering.
Okay.
Gosh.
Would you like to have an extra fate point?
Sure.
Cool. So as you pick up the head to this corpse, something about it reminds you of someone that you've killed before.
Good, it's my dad. Father?
And that's when a red haze goes over your vision, and you go into eliminate mode.
Oh, Chaos isn't around, so we should be fine.
But I'm nice.
Blue coats.
So, what's your first target?
Blue coats.
Eliminate blue coats. All right, make me a shoot roll.
Am I shooting with body parts?
Yes.
5.
Okay. The lacrosse stick that you have brought out of your arm charges the head with some sort of explosive material, and you launch it at these guards, and now there's a lot more entrails all over the place, but there are 3 less guards. The closest blue coats now are the ones at the head of the train, so that's where you'll be going next.
I turned the skull into shrapnel.
2 thumbs up. And a lot of other thumbs all over the ground.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt these jaunts through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors.
From the company that brought you free refills and bottomless bagels, we present the Big Medical Bag. It can contain more than just medical supplies. The Big Medical Bag comes in various sizes in both hard shell and leather. Don't be fooled by other unorthodox magical container options. The Big Medical Bag is the superior quality original. Don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers have to say. As a nanny, I frequently have to fly into a new residence. With Big Medical Bag, I've never needed to hire a moving carriage. It fits my umbrella, floor lamp, full-length mirror, and so much more. Mary from England.
I gave the red hardshell edition to my beagle. He uses it as a house. 5 stars. Charlie. I got it in silver. It can hold all my trash. And I got a lot of trash. I love trash. I love the Big Medical Bag. Oscar.
Not only can it hold my massive hammer, it's a great weapon itself. Ramona.
I am always on the run, but since I installed a swimming pool and library in my Big Medical Bag, I got the large size in hard blue for a steal. I never feel like I'm far from home. The Doctor.
You heard it. The Big Medical Bag carries everything you need from whiskey to crowbar. See a retailer to view the whole range today.
Hey fam, it's Sarah Jean. We'd love it if you told people who you think will like our podcast about our podcast. Then tell us that you've told people by commenting on our social media. If you follow us on social media, you'll get posts about our new episodes, and sometimes we even make funny videos. You can even rate our podcast on Spotify. If you listen to it, you can rate it, and we would love for you to do that. Have a good day.
All right, the miners push in, taking advantage of the smoke, and start firing on the masked guards. And they're not very good shots right now. It's fine.
Yeah, that checks
Van
out.
Helsing.
It's my turn again already? What do I see in my little universe?
All right. The train is solidifying. You are seeing Effie single-handedly attacking a group of what you assume to be guards, but it's really hard to tell. You catch glimpses of Shar going in and out of train cars, and you see just a haze of other people running around.
I don't really know what else I could do, because I don't want to, pull out my guns. It seems very dangerous. But yeah, you know what? Since I did derail the train and I'm a doctor, maybe I go into the train to see if there's anyone I can help.
Okay, heading for passenger cars?
Yeah.
Okay, you head into the passenger cars. The people there are mostly moving too quick for you to follow, especially in the first one you enter, where there is this shining glimpse of armor you keep catching.
Nice.
So you head to the next car. In the next car, you can see more people moving quickly. However, there is also an old woman in black who is hardly moving at all. And you can see some ephemeral blood spattering the ground around her.
I try to blood transfusion. She's lost a lot of blood.
Roll me will.
Oh, that's a -2. Okay, -2 on the roll, so total of 2.
Okay. As you reach for this woman, your hands go right through. You get out the blood transfusion kit, and you're just spurting more blood all over the place. So you did nothing of consequence this turn.
Dang it.
But I appreciate your effort. Zoomin,
Hey!
Yay!
you're hanging out in the woods.
Yes.
You are hanging out in the woods with like 250 miners who are all keeping a respectful distance from you. And as I understand it, you are looking for enemy forces approaching this direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm okay if I find nothing.
Oh yeah. No, you can find nothing if you want. Would you like to find nothing?
Only if there is nothing to be found.
Hey. Well, thanks for playing.
All right, I'm scouting around. What do I find?
Well, you don't find any enemies. That's the good news.
Okay.
But I would like you to roll notice for me.
Okay, that is a +2.
A +2?
Yes, +2.
Okay. As you're scouting around, you get close to the road. And road is a loose term here. Let me state that clearly.
Yep.
And you can see a fair number of people crossing through on horseback. And you can see a few stagecoaches. Nothing that really catches your eye or gives you any pause. And we'll come back to you later.
Okay.
Ralph, your turn. The first train car is clear.
Yes! I'm going to walk. I'm not getting out. I'm going to walk through the train car, open the door, go to the next one, and see what's in there.
Okay. The scene in the second train car is much the same as the first train car, except even more chaotic. Not only is there a lot of people with various injuries, but there is just blood splaying all over this room. And nobody knows where it's coming from. It just appears to be coming out of thin air, and people are screaming.
I'm laughing so hard my head hurts. Just give me a second. Oh my gosh.
That is my favorite effect we have ever had.
There is a priest who is repeatedly crossing himself.
Okay, that gives me pause for a second, but still. There's a hospital nearby. Follow me to get to safety.
Gosh, there was a hospital
Oh, yes,
nearby.
there was. But I don't know that, do I? Yes, I do know that.
Roll rapport.
That is a great +4.
Okay.
Can I use my invocation for that?
Sure, you can use it.
I'm going to invoke Hero of the People that I got in the last train car.
All right. The people are freaking out way too much to make an orderly exit. However, as you enter with your shining armor and your Templar regalia, the people do turn to you, especially the priest crossing himself.
It's a T!
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Champion of the faith, help me deal with this demon that is among us. It has derailed the train.
First, let us get everyone to safety, and then I will take care of whatever this is.
Yes, a sensible precaution. We'll get the civilians to safety. Then us men of God will take care of the demon.
Men of God? Okay.
You are able to, with the help of the priest, begin moving people out, and we'll come back to you next turn.
Amazing.
Yay, next turn.
Char.
Char tries to pick the lock with a hairpin and another hairpin.
Okay, stealth again, please.
All right, well, I rolled a +1. I have a +1 stealth, +2.
Would you like to succeed with a consequence?
Yeah.
Okay, you manage to pick this lock, and as you do, you realize at the last possible second that this lock was basically the only thing holding these doors from caving in.
Ah,
Oh,
cool.
no.
Uh-huh.
And so you're going to take a bit of a tumble into the train.
Okay.
This is just going to be a single point of stress. It's not a big deal.
All right.
But it does make a very loud noise.
Just a bit of a little oopsie whoopsie.
Oopsie.
Little whoopsie doodle.
Oh no.
And give me an up and down fate roll.
Okay. +2.
Good. The dynamite doesn't explode.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
the dynamite in your
gosh.
pocket.
Hey, I said I took as much as I could, so.
Jeez.
Amazing.
All right. All of you can hear the sound of the machine guns beginning to open fire.
Oh.
And anyone outside the train who is not zooming, who is unfortunately too far away to see this, can see miners who had been moving up to attack the guards begin falling back, some of them wounded. Effie, you have the undeniable impulse to kill off men in blue coats. And so you're going to be approaching the masked men in the most expedient way possible, which is by rocket boot.
Yeah, rocket boot.
Would you like to give me any sauce on this?
I'm very good at using my rocket boot.
Thank you. You are very good at using your rocket boot. Through a haze of red, you see yourself approaching, shockingly, evenly more efficiently than you normally do, the top of the train and running across the downed cars on your quest to get in range of the assembled bluecoats. And as you end your turn, which you don't know, but we do because we're in a game, as you keep pointing out, you do see a message on your red view that says target acquired, and we'll get back to you next turn.
Okay.
Oh, good.
All right, Frank Keeney and the miners are falling back from the mounted machine guns, and Frank is shouting for explosives to be brought.
Ah.
Just hold your horses, Frank.
I got pockets full of them.
All right, Van Helsing.
I don't know what to do. This is harder than normal even. I can't just pull out my guns and shoot. So,
That's fine. You don't have to do anything. I can just
No, I
skip you
wanna-
if you want.
No, that's not what I want. Did this lady die? Is she dead?
No. No.
I'll try to help her again.
Okay, just give me some will.
Let me think what else I can do besides spurt blood everywhere. I'll just try and help her generically with like regular doctor things. Try and find where the blood is, and I try and apply compression. I'm smoking a cigarette though.
All right, give me
Okay.
will.
And there's my negative rolls. That's a -3, so that's going to be a 1. I just can't help this woman.
All right, your hands continue to go through her. Nothing impressive seems to be happening on your end. Ralph,
Okay.
as you re-enter this train car, having gotten most of the injured passengers out, there is a small flame that is projecting itself into the air above a woman who is lying stationary on the, we're going to now say, bottom of the train car, even though it's technically the side.
Okay.
And the priest has begun splashing holy water everywhere.
Like you two.
The flames moving around.
I'm just trying to figure out what if Ralph would know to patch her up before taking her out of the train car.
He's watched the Lone Ranger. He knows.
He's probably had some scout training, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We cannot move her until we help her.
Yes, we must remove the demon from her.
We must remove her from the area.
We must remove the demon.
If the demon is in this area and we remove her from the area, the demon will stay in this area and she'll be removed from the demon.
The demon may be in the woman.
Why did he turn into Gomez?
I don't know.
The demon may
Because
be
I'm bad at
woman.
voices. This was a very ill-defined voice to begin with, and it's only getting worse.
Oh, he's Irish.
Incredible.
As a Templar, I will say my nightly prayer upon her to remove the demon. And then we must remove her away from this area. But first we must patch her up. So help me bandage her wounds so that the demon will not go through her blood.
All right, roll me some lore.
Do I get help from the priest for helping me? Apparently, Van Helsing's not the only person who can't help her.
She's just destined to die.
She's just gonna die.
This is a -3. I have +1 lore. That's a -2.
Would you like the good news, the bad news, or the ugly news?
Let's start with the ugly news.
Okay, ugly news. This person is strapped with dynamite.
Oh, what?
Bad
What?
news. this person's dead.
Oh, okay.
Good news, this person isn't actually an old woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gee! They were disguised as an old woman! They were the demon!
Give me a fate roll, please.
Oh, shoot, the dynamite? -1?
Okay, so you remember that floating ember that was just kind of like...
Oh, gosh. Are you serious, Van Helsing? Are you serious?
Look, I was trying to play into the demon thing by, like, just having random smoke in the air.
You're going to kill Ralph.
Roll me physique.
I think I'll kill myself, too. I don't really know how that works.
What?
Okay, that was somewhat a good roll. It was a 6.
Okay, sounds good. Would you like to succeed with a consequence?
I do want to succeed with the consequence because I want to keep my last fate
Okay.
point.
Do you remember that scene in Avengers where there's an explosion in a building and Captain America jumps out with his shields to like guard him and push him away?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. You get to do that.
Yes! I've been waiting to do that.
So that's just going to be too stress for your troubles here.
Okay, I can deal with that. But man, I can't do my laser sword anymore. I still haven't done that.
Priest obliterated. Fire spreading.
You know what? He was kind of useless, but I feel bad. He didn't help me patch her up.
Char, you tumble face first into this boxcar.
Holla.
And inside this boxcar, there are men in blue coats.
Aww. I hold up a stick of dynamite. And I go, no one shoot me or else we're all going up.
Roll me what you would like to roll for intimidate people into not shooting me because I am a suicide bomber.
I'm going to say deceive.
Okay.
That's a +2. I have a +3 for deceive, so that is a +5.
All right. The guards are, one, dazed from being on their side and in disarray. There's a few broken arms, fingers, noses, things like that. You arrive relatively unscathed, and they all do back away to the corners. You are not in immediate threat.
Is there anyone else in this boxcar besides blue coats?
No.
Do they have any useful materials?
They have their guns. They are guarding a machine gun that is utterly trashed at this point.
Okay. I tell them to slide their guns out of the boxcar past me.
They throw their guns up past you.
I go on comms and I say, Effie, Ralph, I heard some kind of explosion. It wasn't me, just FYI. I have some dynamite, but not me.
I'm okay!
Oh, are you okay, Ralph? Okay, hang in there, buddy. I just found a bunch of bad guys in this boxcar, and I had them put their guns outside, but if someone wanted to collect those, that'd be great. Also, there's a bunch of explosives in one of the other boxcars, and if there's fire spreading on the train, we should get those out of the train, otherwise we might all be dead.
Eliminate.
Effie? Effie, are you there?
Blue coats.
Oh, well, okay. That's fine. Ralph, do you have eyes on Effie?
I don't know where Effie is.
Are you okay?
I will be okay.
Effie. This communication, Effie, actually changes your trajectory and you head into this boxcar. And I need you to roll me will.
Okay. Ooh. 5.
Okay, and now I need you to roll me shoot.
Okay. 3.
Okay, you land in the boxcar like some sort of avenging circus angel.
Amazing. It's the best description of my character I've ever heard.
And of the 5 guards that were in the train, 3 of them are now dead.
This is the most people I've killed, like, on air. I'm thrilled.
I'm thrilled. Wait, how many people have you killed off air?
Who knows?
Don't ask a woman that kind of question.
Yeah, never ask a woman her body count. What? All right, Van Helsing, you get something weird going on all of a sudden.
Nice. Love to hear it.
Because the world around you dissolves into a giant cloud of fire.
Ooh.
And at the same time, you are on board the train before it explodes. And you are on the train before it derails. you are able to hear a blue-coated man talking to what you're pretty sure is a old woman in a black dress.
Mm-hmm.
And what you hear is, if you can convince them that you are the mother, your family will be highly rewarded. Just take out as many as you can.
The mother, you say?
And then you are back in the present, and the flames are not burning you.
Ooh.
Wait, I'm back?
Well, you're back in more the present.
So am I still in my special dimension or no?
You're still in your special dimension.
Okay.
You can feel branching possibilities here. The explosion is of such a magnitude that you could try and return, or you could try and move back further in time. Like, you've got some possibilities here.
Okay, I'll try and go back in time.
Okay, give me will.
Man, I've never been so happy that I took 4 points in will until Logan started DMing. That's gonna be +5 again. Back on my stuff.
Okay, so you are following this explosion further and further back in time to the root cause. Part of the root cause is your cigarette, and you are seeing exactly how that cigarette was made. You are seeing the tobacco crop growing from the ground, and it's actually really refreshing. You spend what feels like 6 months with the growing of this tobacco plant, being wrapped by rough hands of someone who's not paid enough to make cigarettes, and then being carried around in your pocket for apparently a very long time. And that's very relaxing and nice. On the other hand, you start tracing back the dynamite and the man who is carrying the dynamite. And as you go further back in time, you can see someone else who the old man that was strapped with dynamite actually looks a lot like in the dress. And that is a woman who is cursing at the top of her lungs as she is escorted off the train by men in blue coats. And you hear one of the blue coats say, "I'm sorry, Miss Jones, you'll have the special stagecoach to Mukla, not the train." And as she is dragged away kicking and screaming, you can see the man, and you go back in his life, and you can see his family in desperate circumstances. He's been unable to get work, and he is offered a substantial reward for his family if he is willing to do a service for the Baldwin Felts agency under the table, with the understanding he probably won't survive.
So it's a win-win.
Get therapy. All right, and we will come back to you.
Okay.
Because you just spent 6 months as a tobacco plant, so your turn is over.
I do want to say this pack of cigarettes in my pocket is suddenly very important to me.
Ralph.
Yes.
There's fire.
There's fire. I'm gonna get to the boxcar.
Okay, are you moving stealthy or fast?
Fast.
Okay, you're moving fast. You get to the boxcar, and you're able to clamber inside. There is significant parcels of dynamite. What are you going to do with them?
I'm going to carefully pull them out and away from the train.
Okay, you're going to start pulling these out, and you get the first one out, and you notice, I'm not going to make you roll for this. That doesn't sound fun. You've got a high notice. One of those machine guns.
Oh, shoot.
That are in the emplacement at the front of the train is being turned to face you.
I don't have shoot.
It's a good thing you have a vibranium shield.
Someone has to take out that machine gun.
Char, it's your turn.
Is Effie still red-eyed cyborged?
Oh yeah, she is. She alighted. I'm going to use the term avenging angel. She shot 3 men dead in the head, and she is not paying attention to you right now.
Char looks at Effie and she goes, Effie, snap out of it. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Let's not shoot anyone that doesn't need to be shot.
It is okay if you are not a blue coat. Eliminate blue coat.
Okay, I need 2 rolls here. Char, I need you to roll me rapport. And Effie, I need you to roll me will.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I have never rolled this before. Oh, I can't show you. It's all negatives.
Oh.
Hey, I did that one time. It was
-2.
I rolled a -1, so I have a +3.
Okay, so here's what happens. Or you can feel that your words aren't having any effect. And this is concerning, because as you turn and as Effie turns to look back at you, that red in her eyes flares. And Effie, there is this giant list of pictures that just scroll past your head. A bunch of face shots, mug shots of people. And associated with these people, there is a name, a date, a place, and a power. Some of them are bulletproof. Some of them are teleporters. And then it lands on Shar Rossetti. And the power is telepathic control. And your new target is now Shar.
Eliminate Charlotte Rossetti.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Adventure Machine. On Wednesday, Cousin Charles will be ritually removing one of his eyes to become a high priest of Odin. Certainly something you don't want to miss. We'll see you next time.